Rohan has mustered its field army as it now faces off against Saruman's Isengard armies in this Dawnless Days land battle for you here today. We're doing part 2 of the mini-series for this Dawnless Days sort of like mini-series between Rohan and Isengard. Part 1 came out a few days ago. If you haven't checked that one out, I do recommend you do so. I won't spoil it just yet. I'll give you guys a moment to maybe switch over to that one if you haven't seen that one yet. But yeah, Rohan is here once again in this 3v3 here. It was defeated in the first episode, and it was quite decisively beaten. I feel like a little bit of bad micro from cavalry, with their sort of like a huge horse archer force that they had to get put together. Kind of screwed them over. Poor micro. So hopefully we're going to see some better micro in this one today, because there is no shortage of cavalry once again. A lot less missile cav though. You would say there's a few skirmisher cav up ahead, and we've got some horse archers as well. But a lot of Rise of Rohan. We've got Erling Knights. We also have the Ered of the Westfold. We've got I think we had some household knights here as well. We've got Ered of the King's Mark, Esquires of Rohan. Yeah, again, actually, I would say not really any household cavalry being brought forward. Just lots of Rise of Rohan. We do have some household knights over on that side over there. But I think the infantry as well is pretty solid. By the looks of it, we've got lots of Erling Retainers, Guard of Mudasel, Eomer of the Mark. We've got Erkenbrand here once again, and Eomer. It looks like, I think even though they died in battle, I'm guessing they technically were wounded and they, escaped this battle. I guess that probably should be what is taking place. And we have Erling Knight there. I think Theodred died though. Theodred is not here, so I'm guessing he must have died in the previous one. Once again, we do have Isengard with a pretty similar armies. It looks like we've got 3 Isengard armies though instead of a Dunland one. I'm guessing the Dunland army maybe is elsewhere in this sort of campaign. And it looks like, or maybe the Dunland army being pretty damaged was sort of replaced. But yes, it looks like we've also got ballistas in this field army and also grenadiers. It's going to be making for a very, very interesting sort of part 2. But yes, if you're enjoying sort of like this little mini series, I'm going to see more of this sort of type of sort of series of battles in Dawnless Days. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support, guys. It will just help out the channel. The next episode, I won't spoil it too much, but it is going to be a siege battle. That is all I'll say. So whoever wins this is then going to go on and besiege the opponent's settlement. I guess this is sort of like the smackdown of the 2 field armies. Whoever wins this is then going to be fighting a garrison force at a siege battle. So that will be very, very exciting. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that goes down. But yeah, it looks like right now they're kind of mismatched up against each other. Rohan's really stacked on his left-hand side. Isengard is really stacked on his right-hand side. If looking from Rohan's perspectives, yeah. They're kind of marching against nothing here, these 2 Isengard armies. While the Rohan armies over here are really starting to pinpoint down on this one singular Isengard army. So they need to be careful to Isengard. And certainly I'd say their armies are quite immobile. Lots of pikes, which needs to be flanked around and shot at. So yeah, they need to be careful of those. But they have got lots of bows of their own here. As you can see, lots of Uruk Hai archers. So they're going to be able to duel quite nicely, it seems, with Rohan. And actually, I would say, yeah, this is probably more archers than Rohan has combined. But they've got like 5 or 6 there in that army. These guys have like 7 or 8, I think. Yeah, in this army alone, under the command of Lurtz. We also do have, I think, Ugluk here as well. I think both Lurtz and Ugluk did survive the last one. Oh no, Ugluk is not here actually. Maybe he didn't survive, I can't remember. But yeah, I think Eomer actually did rout, but he ran away. Theodred, I think, did fall. Erkenbrand, I think, mass routed at the end. So technically, I guess you could argue he ran away, though I'm pretty sure he was surrounded. So how he logistically got out of that one, not a clue. But yes, we've got a very fast-paced game lined up here. And if you do want to see more Dawnless Days on the channel, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here. We're working toward 12k subs. And if you want to send in any of your replays as well to be covered on the channel, do send them into my Discord. The link is down below in the description. And it's also the best place to go to get involved in any battles. If you're wanting to play in some I was about to say DEI, but in some Dawnless Days scenarios and streams. Also, if you want to play in any sort of DEI ones as well, I guess, since the offer's there. We have been doing a bit more of it on the server. But yeah, it looks like Rohan here is about to charge in. These archers here trying to form up, get behind the pike line. Thing is, though, they'll just ride around them. That's the great mobility of cavalry. They'll just go around these pikes, flank them. It's not exactly a very tough opposition. I would just go around them. You could charge into all this infantry here. We've got a lot of Uruk Hai raiders. Looks like we can see more pikes shifting out of the main line as well, which just opens it up for a charge on this the sword line. Looks like now actually the pikes are going to protect those swords.
The enemy engages our ally.
I think they are trying to really get to those archers. Definitely could get them. Look at this. You could definitely get these archers here. Rohan is now going in with Rise of Rohan. And he should ride these guys down. And he's caught them a little bit. We are going to see pikes now arrive. I was going to say, get the cav out of there. I would keep it being mobile. You've got to be really good with the micro with cavalry. Just do as much as you can. There you go. Horse skirmishers here, just jabbing into the side. Horse skirmishers, not really archers. But yeah, they're just going to jabby. These guys throwing javelins instead of firing bows. And the jabby is going to be so much more dangerous and do a lot of armor piercing damage. These early knights do not want to be charging in. Cavalry going into the back lines here, though, as the swords get turned around, face off against this threat. Herald of the Westfold going in there, getting a nice charge. Another charge there into Uruk Hai archers. That's being done by another Herald of the Westfold. Really nice charge there, trying to just immobilize these archers where possible. No real support here as the household cavalry charge into archers. No one trying to stop this at all. He's going to be able to cycle charge down the line. Really nice there. They need to get the infantry involved slowly, I think, as well, just to allow the cavalry here to get some more hammer and anvils. We've got Javi Cav here just getting focused down by archers. Good way to counter them. They've already done a lot of damage to this pike unit here already. And cavalry again going through gaps in the line and hitting these Uruk Hai archers here. There you go, that's a cav already getting routed pretty much. Rise of Rohan, not the greatest at cavalry when it comes to armor, to be honest. And actually we've got horse archers here going into melee. I did say this in the last video, like they can be pretty effective in doing some hammer and anvils. I want to set in a one-on-one like this, but and instead of getting shot to pieces as well. But you can use horse archers quite effectively, sort of like to support in a hammer and anvil. More cav here, yeah, supporting doing damage to the Uruk Hai raiders, but they are charging into quite a lot. They're trying to get out of the melee and they just run through pikes. They almost definitely pull through that unit. And that's an Herald of the Westfold there. That's dead. Early knights here also kind of falling for the same issue, and they're running into pikes. You need to be careful. You're going to get your micro just right, because you're going to lose a lot of cav now. That was a healthy early knight there that otherwise is now kind of be wasted. Rohan making a few mistakes, but it is getting some nice opportunities here. You're going to be able to potentially charge through these archers into those grenadiers. Oh, they're going to get them in melee anyway. Really nice there. Eomer getting in with his hybrid cavalry, doing damage to the grenadiers here. I don't know if they've actually... Oh, they have got off some explosions. I think they threw, like, partially a bit of a volley there. Uruk Hai archers are breaking. That's huge. Nice. And here goes the infantry now getting into the fight, which is exactly what it needs to do. Cavalry here is trying to run down these grenadiers, avoiding the pikes, now run into archers here. That's what you're going to do, just keep causing as much havoc as possible. Do as much damage as you can. Esquires of Rohan over here, also getting in behind, doing damage to archers. And we're going to see just a massive charge head on here into the sword infantry. It's forming sheer wall, but it won't stop the cav from running through them. Look at that. They went fully through. Look at that. That's brutal. And yeah, I mean, they're going to do some severe damage. And once the infantry arrives, they're going to just be facing off against weakened raiders. And then the cav here, the Esquires of Rohan could rear charge these Uruk Hai raiders if they wanted to. In goes the infantry, mustard axes. Mustard? Yeah, I guess these guys are mustard men. Yeah, the mustard axes are going in there. And they should kill those archers relatively easily, I think. They've got the general here, I'd just like to say, Wyan Stormer just standing in the back lines, trying to protect stuff. And the pikes are just not really being used in the melee fights now. They are just really just kind of doing rear guard duties, and they're not really being used. There you go, Grenadiers being killed off. They have used a bit of their ammo, though. We've got the cav again punching into the infantry here. They need Rohan's infantry to support these cav engagements. They can't stay in prolonged melee. They are not meant for that. These guys are technically spear cav, but still, fighting infantry, not a good idea. Here come the Grenadiers. And they're going to go in and try and do damage here. They've got some berserkers here. Some shock. They do pretty well against cav and prolonged melee. But I mean, will the Grenadiers throw their grenades? It's not really worth it. A tiny little Rohan unit there, while you could potentially take out a lot of berserkers of your own. This is looking like a pretty nice push. We've got cavalry and infantry here combining. Eomer's down here.
are fleeing!
Uruk Hai Raiders here, starting to waver and break. Pikes breaking there, really nice. I think that's early men at arms. Yep, they're getting in there. We've got archers just shooting pikes that aren't really doing anything. They're just standing here. What are they guarding? Not really anything. Micro, I think, is a little bit off here for Isengard. I think they are kind of getting overwhelmed by just the sheer amount of cav now in amongst them and trying to protect against it. Yeah, you can see here, Esquires of Rohan just causing all sorts of chaos, routing stuff. Enemy general's died. I think that is, alerts here. He's been focused down by Rohan's Helmingas here. So that's really nicely done. That's going to cause a mass rout, I think, on this flank here, potentially. Grenadiers are grenading spears as they go in here. The guards move themselves, charging head on into a grenadier unit. Kind of all they can do. They have to just try and silence these guys. They are wavering already. Then once they get through the grenadiers, there's so many archers they can get as well. Cav trying to also just take advantage of these breakthroughs. Esquires of Rise of Rohan going in. The Grenadiers actually get off their final volley, doing some decent damage there to the guards move cell. Yeah, the one Rise of Rohan's just drawn in so many Isengard units there. That's half their problem as well. General has lost. Rohan General has died. Eomer has died, or he's been wounded. That is not good. We'll see whether he actually makes an appearance in the next one. But Eomer has fallen. Maybe just wounded. Who knows? He's going to go for rear charges somewhere. He needs to go for, one in somewhere. That's not a bad one going for the Isengard infantry there. That might rout them as well. Look at that wavering. If he just stayed in a little bit longer, I think it breaks them. It doesn't really matter because we've got infantry now arriving. Retainers here looking like they are going to encircle these pikes. We've got a lot of cav over here just mopping up units as well. And yeah, it looks like this general, I don't think he's died yet, this White Hand Stormer over here, but he's now just routing. There you go, Uruk Hai pikes being encircled. They're not actually even engaging anything. They could have almost turned around. But yeah, this army is quite unwieldy, really, in sort of use. So many pikes. They had to be aggressive themselves at Isengard, I feel like. They had to be aggressive with the infantry, just keep pushing forward, ignore the cavalry almost. They had no cavalry of their own. Like in the last one, they had so much cav, like wargs and Dunlend cavalry. And with, I guess, the wargs and the Dunlend cavalry being mostly killed off in the last game, they were kind of now unsupported without cavalry. There you go, half-orc spears there breaking. We've got a bit of a box formation forming up over here with the pikes being the sole sort of defense, defending most of these sides with their long spears. Guard and Moodicel, though, have found a weak spot in the defenses around this corner where these Uruk Hai Raiders are sort of defending. They just keep breaking through there. They might be able to get through. The thing is that also archers are going to be able to just rain death on these pikes, and it's exactly what this Rohan player is doing here with Erkenbrand and all his bows. He is just focusing down these poor Uruk Hai pikes and the archers as well within. You just kill one at a time. Kill this one pike here, and we've got these early knights who can just charge in and deal with the archers and just just do what he's doing. We also have over here, it looks like we've got a half-orc spear in a formation, and it literally has one Isengard ballista in the center of it. I like that formation that they've got going on here, and they're trying to use the spear, like the spear formation, to defend the ballista. I think they're using fire arrows, though, of mustard archers here to try and burn the Isengard ballistas down, which also should potentially rout the half-orc spear. Cav is being relentlessly charged in by the looks of it here as well. Oh, and this pike has turned around. It actually has got its back to it. And there you go. The Cav's going to be able to go in. Sort of. It took a while, but it is getting. And there you go. Household cavalry getting in amongst the pike lines. Archers also raining in their deathly volleys. And here comes the fire arrows. And this is going to be to try and reduce morale. Yeah, it's -6 morale. It's going to try and break a few of these units. There you go. Household knights there routing. I think this is just a early knight just helping to rout some spears. I think they're just going to just fire arrows and then try and mash out these guys. Not a bad play. In goes another White Hand Stormer. He's going to try and engage with the spears and the archers down here.
Return to the battle!
There you go, fires. Still routing a lot of these, or wavering a lot of these units here. I think this is sort of weakens the routed. A lot of these pikes and archers here might rout in a moment. There you go, swords go. Then we're going to see a bit of a partial mass rout. I think all the units are going to go. Oh, a gap in the line's been found. That's really clever there by Rohan, actually. Tiny little gap. Might force his way through. I'll call that legal to an extent. Maybe because of the initiative shown. He's routing the pike anyway here. I think he could just charge head on with the cav. He'd probably lose a lot of cavalry, but he would rout that pike unit. There you go, more cav going in, and we're just seeing a breakdown of command here for Isengard, and I think it's going to be a Rohan victory. Shortly, they're going to be avenging their defeat from the previous episode, and we are going to be seeing a Rohan victory. So I guess it's going to be Rohan sieging Isengard, probably at Isengard itself. I'd imagine that's like the only unique Isengard settlement there is. So I guess Rohan, having defeated the field army of Isengard, now has to just simply march on Isengard itself and defeat Saruman and avenge him for his crimes against the horse people and his invasion of their lands. And we'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. We have Vinay here playing as Rohan, getting 182 kills with the Erling Knights here is not too bad. 204 kills with his Erling Retainers is very, very good. His Guards Mudasel 221 kills and still so healthy. I think it's just absolutely... It's a close victory, but I honestly think it's a bit of a rout, to be honest. I mean, there's a few of the Rohan armies that took a fair amount of losses, but Vinay has barely lost anything. His army is pretty intact. His Helmingas 150 kills, 163. His Esquires of Rohan 256 kills, 231. 363 kills, 466 kills. Some of the highest kills I think I've seen with these Esquires of Rohan ever before. And then we've got Mata playing as Eomer's army here, 442 kills with him before he fell. Then we've got Sword Thane's 168 kills. Mustadax is getting 123 kills. His Ered of the Westfold 237 kills. Rise of Rohan 171 kills. 240 with the Erling Knights. Another one here getting 231 kills. And his Skirmishers even getting 133 kills, which is not too bad. Then we have TGPS playing as the third and final Rohan army. 232 kills with Erkenbrand here. And then we've got Guard of Mudasel getting 161 kills, 195 kills with the Yeoman of the Mark, Helmingas getting 233 kills, 165. Then we have Rise of Rohan getting 243 kills, 235 with the Household Knight, and 170 with another one there. Then we have Trucidor playing as the first Isengard army, being 93 kills with the pikes is not awful, because I don't think they had a really that great a game, but he honestly did get wiped out. Look at his archers really struggling. I think too many bows is also part of the problem. The bows are okay, but it's not how you fight with Isengard. You just got absolutely annihilated, I feel like, in the bow category, and also it's just not enough infantry to try and challenge Rohan. Like, he doesn't have a lot of swords here, and nearly as many pikes as he has swords. His Grenadiers getting 64 kills as well. Then we have Omicro playing as Isengard number 2, getting 100 kills, 110 kills here with the Berserkers. His Pikes here doing pretty poorly, and his Archers as well. His Grenadiers getting 85 kills, and the Ballista getting 29 kills. Then we have 123 playing as the third and final Isengard army. Lurt 77 kills before he fell, 97 kills with the Uruk Hai infantry. And then, yeah, like, crossbows 156 kills is not too bad. But yeah, honestly, I would not call this a close victory. I think that Isengard got, like, routed, honestly. There's not many units with, like, triple figure kills, which is usually the sign of a good fight. Rohan, I know, was using a lot of cavalry, so killing the calves doesn't mean you get necessarily big kills. But yeah, it was a rough day for Isengard, that's for sure. But there you go, guys. That's today's Dawnless Days battle. And it certainly was, I would say, an interesting part too. Certainly Rohan has avenged their failures from the first part. If you haven't seen it and you have now watched this one and had that one spoiled for you, I do recommend you go back and watch it. It's still a really fun battle. But episode 3 should be arriving very shortly on in a couple of days. So I'm looking forward to showing that one off. But until then, guys, I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye for now.